Welcome to Stuck, Time to Improv. I'm Mary Scott from Business Riff, and this is our Tuesday Facebook Live. And today I've got Leisa Reid from Get Speaking Gigs Now. Leisa is great. And one of the things startups need to be able to do is promote their business. And speaking is an excellent way to do that. So Leisa Reid's an expert, and she's going to tell us exactly how to do that. Go for it.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Mary, for having me on. Hi, everyone. I wanted to share 5 tips that you are going to need in order to claim that title as a speaker. And then I also have a resource for you to develop some of these tips too. So we got all kinds of goodies for you today. So the number one, first thing you want to have done is you want to get a headshot, right? Now, you may or may not already have a professional headshot, but if you're going to be a speaker as well, you might want to get a headshot with a microphone or you speaking somewhere. You actually have a real microphone, not your hand.
Okay. Or as a startup, you might get a shot with your product or your
exactly.
logo.
Yeah. So to really take advantage of that, leverage that photo shoot, right? Get different photos that you could use for social media and in a presentation and on your website and in posts, things like that. Number 2, you want to have a bio, especially if you're starting up a company, right? You want to have who's the head of the company? What are they all about? And you can probably use that similar bio for yourself as a speaker. Okay. So you want to have a short, maybe 3 to 5 sentences, nothing too crazy, but really have it tight, professional, something that shows your authority, but also provides credibility and empathy with the audience. Because if you're going to speak somewhere, they're going to say, well, we need your headshot and your bio. Okay. And so you want to have that easily accessible. So you can just zip that right on over, especially if you're going to get like a write-up. What if someone wants to do a feature of you on a show, a video, a newspaper article, a blog article? They're going to want your bio. All right. Now, number 3, you want to have a talk title. This is, again, if you're going to decide, hey, I'd like to speak about my product or service and really educate people and bring in clients, you're going to want to have it a talk title. And you'd like it to be attractive, but I always say, make it so that people understand what you're talking about. Don't make them guess. Like, it can't be so ethereal or awkward or like too esoteric that people can't understand what you're talking about. You want to really think of the audience. Like, what do they want to hear? What would be valuable information for them? All right. Number 4, you want to have a description of your talk. Now, if someone is going to ask you to come and speak, they're going to want to know the title, but they also want to give a little blurb, like what is this talk going to be about? What can the audience expect to have? Again, we're talking 2-3 sentences tops. And number 5, you want to have, this is probably the hardest one, you want to have 3 to 5 learning points for your talk. Like, what can now really we're getting that bullet point, like the audience will learn what, you want to have that bullet point, that copywritten, like, this is attractive, this is the secret to, these are the expert tips on, this is the mistakes you want to avoid, whatever those things are that you're going to.
And for startups, it's probably going to be, what is the problem? Who is your market? And how do you solve that problem with this new company?
There you go. Yeah. So you can, again, think of your audience, think of what is it that you are trying to achieve, and make sure that your talk has a thread all the way through. So those are just the 5 basic things you would need to say, like, I'm going to be a speaker. This is what I would need. So again, photo, headshot, your bio, your title, your description, and your learning points. And to develop your title, description, and learning points, those last 3, I give a boot camp called Get Your Talk Ready to Rock, and I give you guidance on how to do all that. So if you are seeing that speaking is a way that you want to really ramp up that startup business, or maybe you've already started it and now you're like, okay, now I want to start getting more clients and use speaking as a way to do that, then we'll give you access to that in the comments.
Right. And I've been to Leisa's Bootcamp, and it's absolutely worth it no matter what business you're in. If your business is speaking, excellent. If your business is your business, learning how to do these things and speak appropriately is going to help you market your business much more effectively. It's going to give you the kinds of things you need in marketing material as well. So, and it's going to show you just how to be confident and passionate and understand your client's perspective. And when you can do that and you get some clients, then venture capital is the next step. So that's where startups need to be going. So yeah, that's great, Lisa. That was fabulous and succinct. I love it.
Well, we're busy, you know. I know all of us are busy, right? We gotta get to the
nitty gritty of it. Yes, yes. So you were a startup at one point. Tell me something you wish you'd known.
Oh my gosh. I think it's one of those things where I think one of the biggest things I help clients who work closely with me is figuring out what feels really good. And I know a lot of times we talk about strategy and you got to do this and you have to do that and you have to do this marketing, you have to do this sales. Yes, that's true. But as an entrepreneur or a new business owner, it's your business. Guess what? You're in charge. You get to do what you want to do. You don't have to do the things that you don't want to do or things that don't sound good or aren't fun. It doesn't mean that I enjoy every single little teeny tiny task I do. Yes, there's things that you need to take care of. But when it comes to creating your business and where do you want to put your energy, you can choose. And so really getting clear, I think that's probably one of the biggest things that I've learned over the years is like, what feels really good? Does this opportunity feel like it would be fun for me? Am I feel connected to it? And I don't think I was worried about that or thinking about it from that perspective in the beginning. I was thinking, well, I have to do this and I need to do that. And I have to take advantage of everything and, take advantage of every opportunity.
Caught up in the housekeeping.
Yeah. So it's really just like getting clear. What's a yes for me? What's a no for me? And trusting your own intuition, I think is
what's
really
your
powerful.
Mission? What's your vision? What are your non-negotiables? Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
Good things. So, other advice for startups that you can think of that may or may not have to do with speaking?
Well, I think being clear on where you're going is very, very important. And being clear on where your audience is hanging out, where your clients or potential customers are hanging out. You want to be very clear on that. And that'll help you in terms of if you decide you want to use speaking as a strategy to build your business or build clients, because there's millions of places you could speak. I mean, there's an abundance of places. If you're out there networking and doing a 30-second or a 60-second commercial or, putting your information in the chat, why not be a speaker and get to really influence and impact the entire room, whether it's virtual or otherwise?
Sure.
Who wouldn't want to take advantage of that? Because if you are a startup, you probably you're sitting on a treasure trove of knowledge, right? You are sitting on all this expert knowledge. You know how to solve certain problems that people have. And so share that information. And then you can repurpose that in all different kinds of ways.
Absolutely. And particularly if you're going to be a vendor at a convention or a conference or a workshop or something like that, wouldn't you also want to be a panelist? Wouldn't you even, best case, want to actually take the main stage and be able to showcase your own new business?
Absolutely. Or post a video while you're there or post a live.
Exactly.
And feel comfortable doing that, give out value. I mean, you really want to learn how to leverage all those opportunities.
Exactly. If you ever have the opportunity to record it, do. You can always not use it, but you'd better have it, right?
I love it.
So thank you very much. This has been a great, quick tips, and everyone's a nugget of gold. Thank you so much, Leisa Reid from Get Speaking Gigs Now. We'll put more links and things in the comments. So I'm Mary Scott from Business Riff, and thank you for coming to Stuck, Time to Improv. If you'd like more information, check out things in the comments or call me, because if you're a startup, 90% of startups fail in the first 5 years. And if you want to be part of the 10%, you need to call me.